I used to believe that if I was kind enough, patient enough, understanding enough, people would automatically treat me the same way. And honestly, I think a lot of people grow up believing that. Like, if you have a good heart, life will somehow reward you with a good people, healthy relationships, respect, honestly, all of that. But the older I get, the more I realize that being a good person does not automatically protect you from disappointment. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I think it is actually one of the most important things I have learned, because for a long time I confused kindness with self sacrifice. I thought being understanding meant tolerating things that hurt me. I thought being patient meant waiting forever for people to change. I thought loving people meant constantly giving second chances even when I was exhausted. And eventually I realized some people benefit from your softness without ever valuing it. That that realization changed me a lot. Not in I hate everyone now type of way, not like that, but it made me understand that boundaries are also a form of self-respect. And I used to think boundaries were cold. I used to think saying no made someone selfish, or distancing yourself from people made you mean. But not I see it but now I see it differently. Sometimes protecting your peace is the healthiest thing you can do. And honestly, I think a lot of us stay in situations too long because we keep believing in people's potential instead of accepting their reality. That was a huge lesson for me, because potential is not reality. Someone could become better, someone could treat you right, someone could communicate better. But if they consistently don't, you have to stop falling in love with the version of them that only exists in your head. That's hard to accept sometimes, especially if you are caring deeply. I think people with big hearts tend to hold on longer than they should, because they always see the good in others, and seeing the good in people is beautiful, but ignoring the bad can destroy you so slowly. I really had to learn that. And another belief I outgrew is the idea that being needed means being valued. Those are not the same thing. Some people only appreciate you when you're helping them, supporting them, listening to them, comforting them. But the moment you need to you need something back, everything changes, and that hurts, because you start questioning yourself. You wonder if you asked for too much, you wonder if you became difficult. But healthy relationships are not supposed to feel one-sided all the time. And I think I used to normalize emotional exhaustion because I thought love always acquired suffering. Now I don't believe that anymore. I think healthy love, whether it is friendship, family, or relationships, should feel safe too. Not perfect, but safe. You shouldn't constantly feel anxious, confused, emotionally drained, or scared to express yourself. And I think social media sometimes romanticizes struggle so much that people forget peace is important too. Like, chaos is not passion, inconsistency is not mystery, and emotional availability is not depth. I definitely outgrew romanticizing emotionally unavailable people. And now I value constancy more than intensity, because intensity can feel exciting in the beginning, but consistency is what actually builds trust. And honestly, I think maturity is realizing that calmness is underrated. Another thing I outgrew is the belief that I um I had to prove my worth constantly, like through productivity, through appearance, through achievements, through always being useful. I used to feel guilty for resting, even relaxing times. Like relaxing sometimes felt unproductive, but now I understand that my value as person is not tied to how much I produce. And I think a lot of people struggle with that quietly, especially now when everyone online is constantly showing success, routines, money, achievements, goals. It can make you feel like you're behind all the time, like you're not doing enough. But honestly, sometimes surviving difficult periods is enough. Sometimes healing is enough. Sometimes resting is productive. I had to unlearn the idea that every moment of my life needs to look impressive, because real life is not always aesthetic. Sometimes growth looks boring. Sometimes healing looks like staying home, sleeping more, crying, journaling, disconnecting, starting over slowly. And that still counts. I also outgrew the belief that everyone has to understand me. That one took time, because when people misunderstand you, it's frustrating. You want to explain yourself over and over until they finally get it. But honestly, not everybody will. And peace comes when you stop forcing understanding from people who already decided not to see you clearly. That doesn't mean you become cold. It just means you stop abandoning yourself, trying to be accepted everywhere. And I think that's that's one of the biggest forms of growth. Learning that you can be a good person and still walk away, you can love people and still choose yourself, you can care deeply and still have limits. That balance is hard. I'm still learning it, honestly, but I think growing up is less about becoming perfect and more about becoming aware of what hurts you, aware of what drains you, aware of what you deserve, aware of what no longer aligns with you. And sometimes outgrowing beliefs feels uncomfortable, because all the beliefs once protected you. At one point, people pleasing protected me. Over explaining protected me, avoiding conflict protected me, but eventually the same things that protected me started hurting me, and growth required letting them go. I still have a lot to learn, obviously, but I think one of the healthiest things you can ask yourself is what belief am I still holding onto that no longer helps me? Because sometimes the mindset keeping you stuck once helped you survive. But survival and peace are not the same thing. And yeah, that's probably one of the biggest beliefs I have outgrown. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your energy. Just because you have a good heart, and protecting yourself doesn't make you selfish. It makes you responsible for your own peace. So, yeah, that's what's been on my mind lately.